Oh, hello. Uh, I should probably not do that. It does sound like I'm imitating ambiguous amphibian a bit too much, which I'm not. I'm not trying to. Just for the hello. I do like his content. It's pretty good, and he is inspiration for me actually uploading the VODs to YouTube. Streaming it, not so much. I think I've streamed it in the past. But anyways, welcome back to another beautiful day in, hold on, in Kentucky with Toad McToeson, police officer turned. I heard a zombie. Multiple zombies, okay. Police officer turned survival expert because of what's going on in the world. Well, yeah, there's a zombie apocalypse. If you watched the last video, you know the echo in my room is horrible, the audio sounds horrible, and everything like that, and the quality was horrible. Well, I'm trying to fix those issues. The echo is going to be a bit more difficult. Same with audio. Yeah. But, yeah, we were going to be... This was going to be multiplayer. That's a frame rate drop, and that upsets me. Well, this was going to be multiplayer, but, well, we're down a man, so... I guess it's not going to be. Where's this go? Not anywhere that I need to go, to be honest. We won't go that way. Then we'll head this way. And head back down this road that goes where we want to go. The sun should be coming out soon. Try to get back to the base as quick as possible. I am still coughing for some reason. It shouldn't be the coof. But who knows? So this will be our adventure going back, which should not actually take that long. But yeah, once again, this was going to be multiplayer. There was going to be multiple people, myself and Peter mainly, but well, to be honest, he decided he doesn't want to play anymore. That makes it sound like I killed him. I didn't kill him. He did not want to play anymore. I went the wrong way. Well, he decided he doesn't want to play anytime soon, I should say. He hasn't been in the mood for it, which usually in his case means he probably won't be playing for a while. And by a while I mean weeks, if not months. But hey, he's allowed to do what he wants. Like I can do whatever I want. And so I'm gonna just continue this on my own for now. Which means I do have to work on my construction and everything. And does mean that whenever he comes back, it'll be time to start a playthrough. Or a new adventure. I really quite enjoy this game a lot. This new update is a lot of fun. I've been liking it a lot. Someone mentioned it. I was watching a Zomboid video, and they were talking about how the game used to be 2D, and I remember that very vaguely, because that's when I started playing. I got this game a long, long time ago. That's an interesting part. And it was a 2D game. It wasn't this, what we have now. It wasn't all these 3D animations and stuff. It was actually a 2D sprite-based game. They've come a long way, and I'm quite happy with everything that they've done. I still remember when the map was simply Mulgrow. And I remember when they added West Point. I remember I started playing the game and decided I was going to walk my way all the way to West Point, because there were no cars at the time. And I think I made it to the gas station about halfway there and stopped playing that character. Kind of upsetting, I know, but very, very swippy, swappy games at the time, if you catch my drift. It was hard for me to sit down and just enjoy a game. I was in high school at the time, possibly junior high. No, it was high school. It was before my Team Fortress 2 craze, which was kind of an on and off thing, I should say. I played it a bit, and then I stopped, and then some friends from high school, and I played it, quote unquote, competitively. Air quotes, italics, and everything. We tried playing competitively. It didn't go too well, and we just decided, you know, let's just go on public servers and destroy people that we know aren't good at the game, or don't know what they're doing. And that's what we did. Spent a lot of time doing that. I still have my medic kit that I used to run. The unusual and everything. Useless nowadays since we don't play, but we reminisce about the good old days every now and then. As one should. Remember all the happy times so that you know that your life isn't as bad as you might think it is. Just something people need to remember. It's rare for life to just be purely negatives, you know? I get that it does happen. And to those people I say, just keep going. It'll work out soon, hopefully. But for anyone else, just, there's been good times. And they've been good times. Just gotta remember that. I know sometimes not nowadays, but I used to get really down about my life and stuff, but, you know, I look at where I am now and I'm pretty happy. Just gotta keep on going. Things typically start to look up. Yeah, for those who didn't watch the first video because the audio and everything was so bad, the audio on this one is also going to be bad. It's just how it is until I figure my shit out. But we have a base up at the drag strip, and Peter and I went down south in this van here go check out what he wanted to see. He thought there was a military base. Turns out there wasn't really a military base in the traditional sense, but at least not what I'm used to. But we did find it. We did go to it. We drove around, saw how many zombies there were, and decided we're not going to touch it. Because that would be horrible. I just saw that car out of the corner of my eye and turned towards it like I wanted to crash into it. I swear I'm not trying to end my life. I have a feeling that the drag strip is going to be covered in zombies. What terrifies me is my farm having zombies in it. I don't want zombies in my farm. It's not a zombie farm. It's a farm. But if they're there. We just gotta have to accept that. Mechanic skill is pretty good. Maintenance skill is about to be okay. Sprinting is about to level up. I need to go turn the AC on. Oh no, my pants are ripped. Yeah, so, Streamlabs caused my computer to blue screen. Well, it didn't blue screen, it just froze and decided to kill itself. And then I re-downloaded OBS Studios, the old OBS Studios, and sat here getting things working, setting things up, and testing things, and it worked, and I decided to just keep streaming. I'm about to get to sleep. Yeah. Have a good sleep, man. It is late. I don't work tomorrow. I am supposed to be quarantining for the sickness. I don't think I have the sickness. It was just the guy that I work with does. So, you have a good night, man. I say as earlier I was coughing. There's the Dynaco. The Volkswagen Golf ran into a knockoff Volkswagen Golf. A lot of zombies out here. Now that there's only one of me, I'm very tempted to turn down the number of zombies, but I'll leave it at what it is. I think I already have it slightly turned down from what it normally is. Not much, only like 0.5, I believe. Probably get back, I'm gonna get to a safe place, and then I'm gonna run downstairs and grab something to drink real quick. Something to just get me closer to Pipkin. I don't drink heart attack juice often, but when I do, because I want to stay up to reset my sleep schedule. Which is probably, like, the worst thing for me to do. Oh god, there's a lot of zombies. If I just stay up more naturally, like, just stay up, I'd probably be better off, but... no. We're home! Everything seems well watered right now. Everything seems good. Young tomato, young cabbages, young carrots, no young potatoes. One day we will have to actually sort that out and get good to go for destruction of fooding. What that means. There's all of our books. I've got some magazines around there. What do I have on the floor there? Radios. I grabbed a bunch of radios for me to tear apart. But I need to go get a carpentry book. I believe a hammer for what I'm about to do. There's a bunch of benches. There's a bunch of benches further down. There's one there. And, what you can do, just assemble them. The hammer. And it's, like, real easy. Real easy. On the experience. So I'm going to start reading this book inside the safety of our home. One of our homes. Ooh, sprinting up. We have a kitchen down further away. I should probably go there. Oh, I have to use a ball peen hammer. Can't use. I have to use an actual hammer, ball peen hammer. These berries will help us for brief until we get down there. We get down to where the actual food is. Come back and start disassembling all that. Since it'll be now my job to do that, this construction stuff. Interesting. I didn't know the corpses decayed that fast. eat those. And now we read a book while I go grab something to drink. I will be right back. Okay. Liquid is currently being ingested. That's a horrible way to say I'm drinking. But I said it anyway, so. I do eventually want to turn this room into sort of a bunkhouse. That way it's right next to the kitchen and the restroom. I think that'll be a bit more useful than... But I had to get rid of these two. Single propane torch to get rid of that. I do kind of regret taking the slow reader perk in situations like this. But alas, it's what I chose to balance my character. Where are the traps? Machete. Oh, right. I would need to have a mouse trap first. Armalite AR-7. Reasons why we need cigarettes. Because flies hate cigarettes, and so do I. I can make an improvised flamethrower with WD-40. Crap. What is that for? That's a lot of ammo. Miniguns. What? I will be able to make splints, which is good for whenever I get hurt. Or de-stick. Burrito. I forgot you can make burritos. Halfway done with this. My feet and my head are well insulated. Sewing. I don't know how to sew. Sewing would be a good skill to pick up. This is engaging gameplay, I know, but now that my friend is gone for an unknown amount of time, I'm going to have to fill in for what he was doing as well. That's good to know. Do something for a bit, probably. I'm gonna dump some stuff off real quick. And I want to head into the nearby woods. I need to fill up my water though. Maybe I am getting sick. We're gonna go work on our foraging skill. Trying not to cough too loud. And every time I cough, I look over and it's just like, it's loud. What is that noise? Oh. Ad started playing on a website in the background because reasons. Six. I read that if you discard, you actually still get stuff for it. I can't wait till they add animals. They'll make what I'm doing right now so much horribler. Okay, for some reason, I've suddenly started coughing a lot. This is relaxing. At least to me. The fact that they added this, it's like a little mini game inside of a game. I'll start putting twigs in my backpack. They're poisonous, I don't want those. I can hear the turkeys. I can't see the turkeys. Found the road. River should be this way. This way. Cool. Excuse me. Alright, Margaret. Oh, that's multiple zombies. Hold on. Get out of that way. I think there is like a script where zombies just come after you in the woods after a while. Because it's surprising how often I run into zombies just out here in the woods. Excuse me. Stay a bit in the open. Read the bars. I didn't leave the book. I am dumb. In the famous words of Charles Leclerc, I am stupid. Such a useful quote. Universal, if you will. I'm saying I'm stupid. You're putting it into the wall in Azerbaijan. Which, bringing that up, I guess I'll give my predictions for 2022. If Haas doesn't win the World Driver Championship and everything somehow, it'll be Ferrari, and it'll be Carlos. Carlos will come out on top. There will be a hard fight between Carlos and Charles, because both are very good drivers, but my family heritage goes back to Spain, so I'm kind of biased. And I'm going to say family heritage. People are going to be like, oh, what, like your great-great-great-grandparents come from Spain? No, my grandmother is from Spain. So it's more recent than... I've been to Spain and I've met my family. It was when I was really young, but I have been there and I have met them. And my grandmother has been a big part of my life for a very long time. Well, for my entire life, I should say, because, you know, it's my life. And I've been alive. I'm very bad at this commentary thing. That's okay. Working towards that ultimate goal in Project Zomboid of self-sufficiency. That's what I'm doing. It's going to be a bit harder now that I'm alone. But if and when Peter comes back, he'll be able to fend for himself until I go pick him up. Hopefully. Maybe not. Maybe I'm putting too much hope in him. He is going to spawn in the middle of a road. I don't know, is he... we were driving that car. Is he able to log out in the car and then he'll come back in the car? Or will it leave him back there all glitched out because he was in the car and now the car's moved? Like, how does that work? Because I don't know. Usually when we're in a car and we decide to get off, we both hop out of the car. Because we don't know how it's going to affect if one of us, or if like I come on and That foraging. Oh, that was actually nimble? Interesting. I don't know what the nimble skill does. Does it make me more better at walking? I'd like to be more better at walking. Nimble and light-footed. I've played this game for a decent amount of time, and I still don't know what all the skills do. Because there's obvious ones, you know, all of these are obvious. But then there's nimble and light-footed, and to me it just kind of isn't obvious, I guess. Even though it probably should be. I have no idea how the audio is going to be for this. It could be worse. It could be worse than the last episode or video or stream. As what's his face would say, talking to people past, present, and future. The more I do this, the more my YouTube channel is just going to become a VODs channel. Which wouldn't bother me at all. I don't really like editing. Where did my hand axe go? Can you drop stuff while going through the woods? Like if it's on your belt? That'd be interesting. If that was the case. That is the case. I guess it would be realistic, to say the least. I just eat all of them. They help with hunger and thirst. Not much, but enough for me to wander around a little longer. Ooh, blueberries. Maybe. No. Maybe they're just death berries. No, they're the berries that I already had. The icon was the wrong one. I can see the fence. The fence to safety. Mushrooms. More mushrooms. These are poisonous. I don't want poisonous. Zombies. Zombies wandering around in the woods. Kind of odd, if you ask me. Each level of the foraging it gets the radius of your foraging bubble gets larger. Don't talk to me or my pitchfork ever again. There's zombies out here. I still think it's kind of odd that there are zombies out here. I've already said this, but I'm going to say it again. I'm going to keep saying it. It's the middle of the woods. Why are there zombies? Zambeezes. Zambeezy. Name sounds familiar. Is that a desert? I know Zambia is a country. Zambezi. Easy. I don't know. My mind is stuck on it now. Will be for a while. More berries. More staying out here a little longer. Grape leaves. Grape leaves are decent. I haven't run into those yet. Ultimate thing is to... I guess you have to have a high enough level to find comfrey and stuff like that. To make the different poultices. Those who don't know what a poultice is, it's a smashing of herbs, medicinal plants that you rub on injuries and such to heal them. If Peter comes back, I will get my character into, what's it called? Tailoring. So that we can patch up our clothes. You can see this is our fortress, if you will. But you know, it's just kind of like a tree. Oh! More berries. I think I've already walked. I think Peter was trying to find out if there's anything of note down here, and I don't think there is. There's just pointless space. A lot of pointless space. There's a lot of that here on this drag strip. So we got a level in sprinting and nimble. Not going to get a level in sneak here because this person decided they want to beat us with their arms. Their zombie arms. Their loving zombie arms. If I can learn how to attack, it would be great. You've got transparent tights. That's pretty tight, if you ask me. I will be here all week. Literally? No. I think I do have to go back to work. Eventually. Well, obviously I have to go back to work eventually, but I mean like... I mean like... I'll have to go back to work in the sense that our COVID guideline is I have to quarantine for 5 days, then go back to work. I actually do have to schedule a COVID test. Either tomorrow or Tuesday. I do it Tuesday. It keeps making me think that there's a gun there, and there's not a gun there, it's just dirt on the ground. But from this, it does look like a gun. It's not a gun. Not a gun. Much as I want it to be a gun, it's not a... Poison berries. I also did the absolutely brilliant idea of, while we had a new player in the game, someone who had never played before, I left some poisonous mushrooms sitting out on the counter. They are now rotten. This is how you ruin someone's day. Seriously, how you ruin their day? No, this is not. Put those on. Here. A little something for your taste buds. A cockroach uncooked. A few grasshoppers. Or a grasshopper uncooked. I'm guessing you can mix those into something to make them a little bit less... you know what I mean. Cooking, I can do a stir fry. I can open egg carton. Prepare stir fry with honey, leek, and potato. In a griddle pan or whatever. Open one egg carton. I can make an omelet. How, fancy. Put all the eggs in there. Make sure they stay fresh. Standard kettle of water. I do have that larger pot now that I can fill with water and basically make a ton of fresh water now, which is good because we didn't have that. Let's grab the things that need to be refrigerated and actually refrigerate them. I don't think the potatoes... Potatoes in real life, I don't refrigerate potatoes. But in this game, if you don't do it, it just becomes bad really quickly. That's not good. Everyone knows bad potatoes are not good potatoes. I slept. Alright, time to read the book. I will be right back in a matter of seconds. Don't go anywhere. Fast-paced reading gameplay. What this is. And I say fast-paced, I mean the exact opposite. Again, slow reader. Slow reader, Sunday driver, and short-sighted. What a legend. What an absolute legend. That foraging skill up, which is good. I wish I had a mousetrapper 5. I do also doing stuff. Remote control. Taking stuff apart for the electronic skill. But we're going to do not the electronic skill, but other stuff. Stack of apples. Build a drawer. Interesting. Order and it'll be useful eventually. Mattress, so it's used for bed, obviously. I know how to make beds in my head. I'm sure if I did it or attempted to do it in real life, probably wouldn't go well. OTJ. Oh no, I'm hungry. Whatever will I do? I'll leave this room and go into the kitchen and grab some food, obviously. When I finish reading. It'll take another 14 hours. Finish the last 2 pages. Oddly enough, I am a slow reader in real life. And I am short-sighted. And my dad says I'm... Well, I'm not a slow driver. But I don't mind... I thought it was a zombie banging on the door. I don't mind taking my time while driving. Unless I'm in a hurry, which is rare because I usually leave for places like an hour. I usually leave like an hour extra time for me to get places. But I don't mind taking my time while driving. I just don't. People will get behind me and I can tell they're in a rush, but like, I'm not. So I'll be going 5 over the speed limit. I don't care if you want to go 80 over the speed limit. You're behind me. And I don't care if you get your big jacked up truck right up into my little hatchback. I really don't. It's your loss if you hit me. Is that a bad way to look at it? I don't see that as my problem. Alright, let's head back down here. Get the stuff we need to start tearing down benches. And we'll tear down benches. Carpentry for beginners is done. For farming for beginners, foraging for beginners and intermediates is done. Mechanics for beginners, we did that early on. Recipes. I don't have Angler USA 2. I think that's for the nets. I do have how to use generators, which is good because we have a generator there. Hunter magazine, I need to find number 2. We need to find the rest of the... Yeah, okay. What was I going to do? Grasshopper. Oh no, you can't pay me to eat a grasshopper. use that to make a axe or a knife. You can stick the knife on the end of a spear, can't you? Yeah. No, you can't. Interesting. Stone hammer. What do you use the hammer for? Is that what you use for carpentry? No? Anyways. Go take that apart. Scrapwood. Scrapwood is good for that little fire that I have. That fire is where we will be. Where we will be boiling water. A lot of it, eventually. All those buckets that you saw next to my farm. Is how we do. Peter's gonna be upset that I took down more of his benches. I also need to work on my electrical so I can hotwire cars. I forget the skill you need for hot wiring cars. I know it's electrical and mechanics, but I don't know how much of each. Peter likes to Google stuff. I don't Google stuff very often. It's like talking to people about playing Fallout 2. I love Fallout 2. I've yet to beat the game. But I've gotten stuck on places because I'm ill-equipped. I remember talking to someone, and I was like, yeah, I got there, and I was just under-equipped badly. And the person was like, dude, by that point, you can easily have this, power armor, you know, blah, 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 and all this. I'm like... Can you? And he's like, yeah, just, I mean, if you go to Google and find where, like, you could find it all and you can just get, I'm like, dang. I'm glad I don't sit around and try to min-max my games and just like to enjoy it. I know some people do enjoy playing like that. Okay. I understand some people do enjoy playing games like that. They enjoy min-maxing and all that other stuff, but that's just not my thing. And I look at it as just kind of... To me, it looks like you're not enjoying the game. You're spending too much time trying to figure out... Like, you're turning it into a chore more than it is a video game. And that's not fun to me. It's why I can't sit there and play iRacing constantly for hours and hours and hours. It's because it starts to feel like, I mean, it's fun. I enjoy it, but whenever I'm on my computer, I also want to play it. I want to have fun. So I'll stop and I'll play video games for a bit, or other games for a bit. Sim racing is video games. But yeah, it's just, that doesn't appeal to me for extended periods of time, I should say. Because I do want to do, like, endurance races and iRacing and stuff. So I do have to learn how to min-max my lap times, basically. It's basically what racing is. Min-max your lap times. It's the simple picnic tables. I don't want to. They look nice, and I like how they look. I mean, I just don't like the idea of min-maxing. You min-max, again, more power to you if you enjoy playing games like that. I don't. So if you see me playing RimWorld on this, you'll see. I'm not the person who's, you know, I should probably figure out how to more efficiently place my stuff. I've been learning over time after having put a lot of time into it, and I never really thought of it. And I finally started thinking about it after watching a bunch of YouTube videos. That being already mentioned, Ambiguous Amphibian for this game, but also Mr. Samuel Streamer. I just realized I've watched a ton of them in the last few months. An unhealthy amount. But I do enjoy their stuff. Even if I do use it to go to sleep. My couch downstairs is really comfortable. And some days after work, I come home and I get out of uniform. And I'll just lay down on the couch, put on some YouTube videos, you know, maybe after dinner or something. And dude, I will pass out. I will go to sleep. Also, full sauce VODs from Vinny, the full streams. I'll put those on as well. Sometimes fall asleep. But I'll usually just put something on and fall asleep. And you know, maybe the next day I'll wake up and I'll actually watch it. Like, the last few days that I've been home quarantining, I'll do that, you know. I'll wake up in the morning, I'll make my coffee, and I'll just sit back down on the couch, and streams that I fell asleep to the night before, I'll put one of them on and actually watch it. So, but yeah, I mean, if anyone's looking for something to watch on YouTube, and you don't know about them, Full Sauce channel, which is mostly Benny's stuff, it's pretty good. Also Mr. Samuel Streamer and Ambiguous Amphibian, which if you're watching this, you probably already know who they are. They do a lot of... Has Mr. Samuel Streamer done Zomboid? I don't think he has. But anyways, it's not the point. Carpentry book. Actually, you know, let's work on electronics. I didn't mean to close that like that. Work on electronics real quick. I've got a bunch of like radios and stuff that I need to rip apart. Didn't need that. Go back in here. Grab you two. Do we have any electronics in here that I can rip apart real quick? You have those. Else, no. I should probably read the book first before doing that. Mechanics. Carpentry, advanced. Expert. Electricity for beginners. That's what I want. Go sit down in the kitchen. Grab you as well. Let's go sit down in the kitchen. Got cabbages ready for harvest. Strawberries are not ready. Potatoes not ready. Radishes are not ready. Disease, yes. Crap, dude. Why? What disease, though? That's the issue. Okay, it's got mildew, it looks like. I don't think we have milk. Oh no. I don't think we have milk. You don't have milk. Darn. Well. I guess I'll take it out a paddle. Let's go get rid of it first. Y'all like my Volkswagen Golf? It's a little bloody and a little rusty, but it's my Volkswagen Golf. It's actually in pretty good shape. I'm gonna have to check all of it for fucking disease now. That one's diseased. This one's diseased. Gonna be mildew, which means I need milk. I've just gone through this already. It's just going through my head again. Maybe I should have kept that spray bottle full until I actually knew that it was all mildew. Alright, back to the boring time of reading book. I already have a farming book read, so whenever I want to harvest that stuff, I can. Boring yet meaningful part of the game. Sit here and you do nothing but read for hours on end. Did I ever finish the thought of me saying that I was a slow reader in real life and I wear glasses? I feel like I didn't. No, I did, because I went into my driving. My brain is everywhere right now. That is such a messy table. And I did it on purpose. I was hoping someone would notice, but no one ever noticed. I think Rogan did notice all the cups sitting on the desk. He, like, walked in here and he goes, "What's with all the cups?" I was like, "Oh, I put them there." Nothing after that, just... They're useless. I thought maybe you could use them to collect rain. That's good. It's really good. That means the plants stay watered for some extra time. Every now and then it sounds like someone's trying to break in, but like very far away. And my brain just doesn't like that. Listen to the sound of the rain as we sit here and read a book. Once again, high-flying, intense gameplay. A lot of action. A lot of gameplays. Mouse traps. I need to find mouse traps. I don't know where to find mousetraps, though. I guess just in homes and stuff. Wow, it's raining like where I live. Where it rains, and then it stops, and then it rains again, and it stops, and it rains again. Like, can't decide if it wants to rain or not. And then when it finally does decide to rain, my trash can ends up halfway down the street, and I have to go get it. This scab looks like it's going to scar. Just does not look like it's healing right. Destroyed my knuckle at work. Going into a floor port, plugging in some computers and stuff to the network. And the floor ports get jammed shut. And one of my coworkers was like, hey, you know these things get jammed. You should use a screwdriver rather than your hands to open them. Like, not an hour later, I'm sitting there trying to pull this thing open, and I pop it open, and it just... yeah. Tore the skin right off, and I was just like, well, that hurt. Luckily, someone nearby had a Band-Aid. Because it was bleeding a lot. And that's a day in my life. The next day, I passed my PT test and then received a call that I had to quarantine for at least 5 days. And that's why we're here now. Sitting in Project Zomboid reading a book rather than reading a book in real life. I thought about getting the Witcher books. So I finished watching the Netflix series, the new season, and I started playing the first game. I've played mostly through Witcher 3. After buying all 3 games on sale. And you know, now I kind of wanted to go through and play all of them after watching after finishing watching the Witcher series. Talk about a product of the times. I started playing the first Witcher game, and wow, the controls, the combat is so awkward. Just, wow. It bothers me. I've died multiple times. I'm playing on, like, normal difficulty. I get overwhelmed by enemies. Enemies start attacking you before it even fades out of the cutscene. I've died twice now because of, or like 3 times because of it. Maybe 4. I don't know. I've died multiple times because of it. I'm not very far in the game. It's not as open-ended, it seems, as Witcher 3. But I do want to beat it. I'm very bad at beating video games. Very, very bad. About, like, completing them. I'll get close to the end and then I'll just stop playing them and eventually uninstall them because I've stopped playing them. I've done that with Fallout New Vegas. I've done that with Skyrim. I still have not beaten Skyrim. I have beaten Fallout New Vegas. What else? currently doing that with Halo Infinite. Fallout 1. Although I did eventually beat Fallout 1. Still not as good as Fallout 2. Again, I haven't beaten Fallout 2. I have made it to the oil rig. I have found the Gek and all that. But, you know, I have that really bad habit of just getting sidetracked and never actually finishing the game because I get sidetracked and lose interest. If my voice is going in and out, it's because I'm sitting here rocking back and forth in my chair, completely forgetting that there's a microphone over there and not over there. I don't know which way I'm pointing, but trust me, I'm pointing at the microphone and then away from the microphone. Masterful production budget, or something like that. I don't have a production budget. All the stuff that I'm using I've had for years. Except for the computer, I've had it for 1 year. No, 2 years now. Yeah, because I moved out of the dorms 2 years ago. I got it right before I moved out of the dorms. It's a 2-year-old computer, and it already acts like it's 30 years old. Man, technology's moving so fast. I'm so happy that my shit is getting outdated mere days after I buy it. Cool. Alright, we've got our electronics ready. I'll put the book up. That's why I was over here. Any more electronics that we can pull out of here and... There's the broughton minced meat that what's-his-face cooked and just left. Tinfoil hat that Peter didn't want to wear because I already have a hat. Oh, mouth traps! I don't know how this works because I've never used traps. But it should work, right? If it's just here? Because there's going to be rats everywhere, right? It just has a chance to catch stuff. I don't know. I don't know how it works. I might not catch anything because it's too close to our construction and stuff. I know games like to do that. Alright. Well, that's not helping at all. I'm gonna have to tear apart so many of these radios and stuff. That's dangerous. But I want to do this. I want to get that electronics skill. I want to keep a single CD player, at least. Oh, our mushrooms are going bad. Disassemble that radio. And we'll disassemble these two. There's a lot of scrap electronics. I don't know what we can do with them. Ah, we can make remote controls. That's because I don't have the other electronic stuff, right? That's quick. That's not. We go. Now everything is just set there. I want to do something real quick. What's in there? There it is. That's really that fast? Wow, that's actually a lot of cabbage. Dang. Guess I'm farming level 2 now. All that work is just instant. I'll leave these going for a couple days because I know you get seeds after a while. Yeah, you get seeds after a while if they stay there. They have to stay there, otherwise... Let's eat one. This is another great thing about this place. The lights come on at night, and I know eventually the power will go out. I think, again, when we started playing, there were other people playing with us, and they were beginners. They had never played before, so I had set it up so that it would be a little bit easier on them. Zombies are how I always play with the zombies. That's not changed. But the power and water shut-off is going to take a little bit longer than normal. I'm going to freeze the cabbage. A lot of cabbage. I do love cabbage, though. Like, honestly, one of my favorite foods. Along with Brussels sprouts and broccoli. I like cabbage. Like sauerkraut, I like sauteed cabbage with, like, a little bit of olive oil and, like, enough salt to kill me. I blame my grandfather for that. that's how he used to cook it. A little bit of oil, salt, lots of salt. And that, he does that because, well, that's just how you'd eat things in the military when he was in. It tasted so bad that you'd have to just cover it in salt. Olive oil in there. Okay, I have a bunch of matches on me. Let me go grab some of this scrap wood. Because the scrap wood makes really, really good firewood. Because you can't do anything with it, right? So we burn it. Burn it, make some fresh water, and bada bing, bada boom, what do you got? I'm about to get over encumbered. A little more, hurry up. Don't really want to use a gardening magazine or a farming magazine for that. I'm gonna go grab those dirty rags. Maybe, I don't know, 8 twigs and matches. There you go. That'll now make boiled water. Clean, potable water. Probably go read another farming book while I gotta use the restroom real quick. Be intermediate farming, right? What else do I want to read? I'm gonna need to read the carpentry for intermediate as well. It's just, you know, sleep. I can sleep now. No, I'm not. That quality average. Start reading, and I am going to be right back. Hey! Oh. Let me alt tab back to the game so that it's not 10 FPS. I am a professional. I promise. You just check Discord on my phone. My brain doesn't work sometimes. All the time, actually. I'm like Mr. McToeson here. also got a bunch of other books that I want to read. Back on the thing about reading books. It's like I already own a bunch. Why don't I just read them? Because, yeah, I'll do it one day. Yes. Sit here and jam out to the music while he slowly reads a book. Oh, I'm thirsty. I'm thirsty. I don't have any water in my thing. Which reminds me, I need to go collect the water from the thing. Filling up with tainted water. What was I doing? I was reading that book. There we go. Back to what we were doing. Then we'll run back out and move the water over again eventually. It's a never-ending cycle. With pain. And exhilarating gameplay. Definitely, like, feels like you're not getting much done in this game sometimes. But you gotta think about it this way. When I started earlier, I didn't have any skill in carpentry, or farming. We got my foraging up to 4, nimble and sprinting up to 2. And that is the magic of this game. I do need to repair my pitchfork, actually. Where's it at? I'll help up our what's it called, skill. Interesting that the circuit board is still a 2D model. I guess not everything got the treatment, which makes sense. I mean, unless it's an older model that someone added in a mod, and they just don't update it. Alright, check the water temp. Another 26 hours. That's going to be burning forever, dude. Young potatoes. Young tomatoes. Bodges. Bodges are ready for harvest, but again, we will let them wait. You have to wait a few days before you are able to... what? Do you mean there's nothing to repair them with right now? What? Why is that? I thought we had... Do we not? I guess not. I could have sworn we did. Yeah, there's the duct tape. We should have wood glue somewhere. Yeah, there's the wood glue. Okay, so that's that. We'll do the duct tape next. Alright, there we go. So it's repaired. Eat some food and start reading again. A productive day. At least, again, in my opinion, it's been very productive. Whether or not it really has been. Bait. Bait in the trap. Gotta get some cheese and put bait in the trap. Have cheese. Right? We got cake, at least. Ugh. something that we can put in the traps. I'll do that. How are my boots doing? Still in good condition. Don't have cheese. No cheese. Who's the... Why am I using cupcakes? Because rats love cupcakes. I promise. Rats don't love cupcakes, and I don't know what kind of rats these are. I promise you they like cupcakes. Doing this for the trapping skill. Means I should probably read a trapping book before I actually, like... Could it be over there? Trapping skill. Before I actually undo these traps, because I'd be really confused if you walk around this place and like, trap just has a cupcake in it. Yep, using cupcakes to catch rats. That's how we do. That is what I do, Yugi. Also need soap. I have soap. Like, we have dish soap in here. Thought I grabbed some of them. How we do? I've seen it. Now we'll go down and continue our escapade of reading a book. A lot of time and effort to read this book. You know, I thought about making this building the bunkhouse. But I like, well, I don't know, I like the idea of having that back room. Oh no, you can't make bunk beds. Can you? No, there's no point in making bunk beds. But, yeah, I might clear out this place and turn it into a bedroom like we used to have. Where I can move all the entertainment stuff into here. Have the bedroom up there. The TV and stuff in here. Making plans like I think people are gonna play. Probably just gonna be me. Woo! I can have that Discord notification. Check on my phone so I don't lag out with the stream. Is the rain finally letting up? Would be pretty nice. Water time. And back to my book.
Get lost in a good book.
I'm getting lost in a good video game. You know a game is good when you are willing to sit down and, let your guy read a book as part of the gameplay to enhance your game experience. I'm willing to do this so my farming can be much better. I just think farming levels up so quick. I think the normally we only have a 1x multiplier for skills, but I think for the new guys we did a 1.5. Which isn't much. I've heard that most servers, like multiplayer server stuff, have like a 3x multiplier, and I'm like, that's just too much. That's just too much, because like my reloading got pretty high, and I haven't even been using my pistols. I think this level 3, I think I had 2 from being a police officer. But, yeah, it's just like, I got that much skill just from, like, reloading these pistols and all the magazines that I have. Maybe I got 2 skill. Because there's some more in the chest over there, or in that blocker around the corner. It's just interesting. Excuse me. Earlier I started coughing. I'm not coughing. Interesting. I wouldn't say. Crowbar, pick all these tiles. The cork note board.
Those filing cabinets need to be in. Oh, I just repeated myself in the same sentence. They need to be empty and pull everything out. That's... Wow. It's late. It's like 12. It's like 0:00 the time. No, it's actually 1:30 in the morning. We'll be going for a little bit longer. This is not my normal stream time. Never will be. But in the moment it is. Because it's just the time that I was going to stream earlier. But my computer crashed. Now my computer's not crashing. Turns out it was Streamlabs OBS. Well, I got rid of Streamlabs OBS, and now I'm just using OBS Studio again. I mean, that gets rid of all my old overlay stuff, but I can live without it. Have that real rudimentary one really show my rudimentary style, if you will. That just shows that I'm lazy and I'm broke. I can't pay for someone to make me an overlay. I'm not going to pay for someone to make me an overlay when I can do just fine with what I have. I mean, yeah, it looks nice. It looks a bit more professional, but, you know, I'm not doing this for a living. I enjoy it. It's fun. It's something I can do, and I do every now and then. But unlike some people that I know, it is not my job. It is not something I need to survive in this world. It's just something that I'm doing. Oops. Good question. I don't know how tailoring works, or like repairing clothes. I think we do have sewing kits somewhere, or one sewing kit somewhere. My pants have holes in them. I do want to get those repaired. It's gonna be wet, but it's no longer raining outside. It doesn't matter if they're wet. Yeah. Oh, I just used a little piece of the cupcake on top. Okay. Well, now everything's wet. What was that? Can't boil water in the watering can. It's interesting. Young potato. Strawberry. Pork. What are you guys doing? Good. good, I hope. Grown. Harvest. No anything yet. Add more pots for more water. Obviously. Water bottle. It's actually still full. Probably wondering why there's a hood and a muffler on the ground. Well, that's from the rover. The Range Rover here is stupid. This is how I actually got my mechanic skill, was actually destroying that muffler. Just doing stuff on this thing. This thing is... yeah, the engine's not good. So, I'm not using it. Alright. How much farming did that... oh my gosh. Got me a lot of farming. You know, I guess it is fine that, you do have plenty of seeds right now. Here real quick. Yeah. Okay. It's a lot of cabbage. These new farming plots. Excuse me. About at that time where I'm going to probably call it a night. See what new info we have in here so that we can see. Ah, so now we can see the water levels. The current growing phase is young. Last time watered 3 hours, it was flourishing. Well watered. Well watered. Interesting. I don't know what the different colors mean. Guessing that means their water levels are not optimum, maybe, or they're overwatered. They're overwatered. Grab some tea bucket, see if I can do something.
Okay, I'll place that. And yeah, I mean, I think that is where I'm going to call it for tonight. For a while. This has been Toad McToeson's adventure. Hope you guys enjoyed. But it's going to continue. Let me make sure this continues. Now that I have time and I'm not too worried about things, I'm make sure this kind of stuff stays going until Toad dies. I don't think the traps are going to work while this close out in the woods. But I could read up on that, actually. Find out if they need to be somewhere special. But anyways, this is going to be me signing off. I'll probably be live again tomorrow. And until then, thank you guys for coming out. For those of you who came out, I much appreciate the support, even if you are just lurking. It does mean a lot to me, just for having lurkers. This. Oh, I can now look. I didn't know that. Anyways, I'm discovering things as I'm leaving the game. Thank you guys for coming out. Again, much appreciated. And I will see you guys next time we visit Toad McToeson on his zombie apocalypse adventure. Good night.